What's going on, everyone? Chargers Now is presented by Prize Picks. I'm your host, Will Ortner, and we're going to be going through some of the mandatory minicamp storylines for the Los Angeles Chargers as it begins this week. It's really the last look that you're going to have at this Chargers team in the 2026 offseason before training camp begins, because at that point, it's not really the offseason anymore. It's the real season, full go, full bore. So today, we're going to let you know what you need to be paying attention to this week as the Chargers begin their mandatory minicamp. And then throughout the rest of the week, we're going to have so much content for you on the Chargers and all that minicamp entails that you might end up being, well, sick of us. Or if you're a real football sicko, you're going to be tuning in to every episode that we have. Now, Media Day was yesterday. I just wanted to make sure I got this photo out there. Justin Herbert looks fantastic, man. The guy is an absolute beast. And I can't wait to see him slinging the rock around in Mike McDaniel's system. Hopefully he starts throwing the football a little bit this week so we can start sharing some of those highlights. Who had the best offseason for the Chargers? Go down in our comment section and let us know. I know we got 1 week left to go, but really, you know, I know, producer Tom knows who we all think had the best season for the Chargers, the best offseason look. And so you're going to let us know in the comment section down below. I think Dave Tucker had a fantastic offseason for this team in LA. He might have even gotten himself on the squad. First storyline that we're watching for this Chargers team, who's going to be the starting left guard? Because right now it certainly feels like we all know what most of this offensive line looks like, and it's probably the most important position group that we are going to look at in this offseason for the Chargers. I mean, the reason that the Chargers barely snuck into the playoffs last year is because of the offensive line unit. It had to be completely revamped. It had to be completely changed. And general manager Joe Hortiz has done a decent job of doing that. First of all, Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt coming back healthy. That's most important. If they're able to stay healthy, this O-line gets better by osmosis. Now, Bozeman had to get gone. He ended up calling it a career. Tyler Biadasz, that's a fantastic offseason signing. That's a veteran guy. He is a quality starting offensive lineman. You know what you're getting. Now, I know a lot of people were a little bit upset about Cole Strange. Even I feel a little bit iffy about that situation. But Cole Strange does know how to play offensive guard in Mike McDaniel's system. You got to trust Mike McDaniel there. Now, the left guard spot. There are three guys that are open for the position there. Kayode Awosika, Jake Slaughter, and Trevor Penning. It certainly could go to any one of these individuals. Now, the question was going into the year, was Jake Slaughter just going to be essentially handed the job? Which I think a lot of Charger fans wanted to make sure that that didn't end up being the outcome, right? You want your rookie to go in and earn a starting spot. And he had to go and beat out Trevor Penning and Kayode Awosika. And I think most people, myself included, thought that Trevor Penning would be the guy that he had to beat out. That's not really the case, as illustrated here by ESPN's Kris Rhim. And I thought that this was a fantastic post that has clearly gotten a lot of legs around the Los Angeles Chargers social media community, but specifically on Twitter. And it's that Kayode Awosika has been the one who has been in the driver's seat to be the starter for that left guard position. He is someone who has put himself in a spot where he is getting most, if not all, of the one reps. Now, Slaughter is getting some time where he's getting to get some reps here or there, and some of it is also going to be a process because he has to learn how to go from being someone who played center only to now being someone who plays left guard. But it's clear, man, Kayode Awosika is giving an opportunity right here to run away with the job, and he's doing his best impersonation right now of someone going and running and hiding in capture the flag. Make sure you subscribe to Chargers Now all week. We're going to have a ton of content out for you on mandatory minicamp and the final phases of OTAs for this Chargers team. So make sure that you hit that sub button. You will not miss out on any of it. All right, we're going to talk next about Tuli, because I think a question that maybe we haven't discussed enough here on the channel, and that's probably an issue on my part, is when is he going to get his extension? Because he's extension eligible right now. And this Chargers team, they need to do a better job, in my opinion, of locking up one of the better pass rushers, young pass rushers in the National Football League. We're going to talk about that here in just one moment, but first, I need to let you know that today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app, and is the best place to win cash while watching sports. With baseball season in full swing, there's no better time to cash in with our friends at Prize Picks. And I'll tell you this, the app is really easy to use. To qualify for a Prize Picks lineup, pick 2 to 6 players and select more or less on stat projections, including hits, home runs, strikeouts, and several others across all sports. One thing I love is the new social feeds feature where you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups with a single click. You can actually follow me on the app at BigWill7774 to see all of my lineups. I have a lineup for the football action going on later on this year. Justin Herbert, more on his pass yards. Quentin Johnston, more on his receiving TDs. Rashid Shaheed, more on his receiving yards. New user offer. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with PrizePicks. Clickable link to download the app is in the comments and description. Kris Rhim had this to say on Tuli's contract extension talks so far. Tuli, a second-round pick in the 2023 draft, is headed into the final year of his rookie contract following a season when he ranked 6th in the NFL in sacks, 13 total. Hortiz has said since early this offseason that he has had conversations with Tuli's agent about an extension, but the two sides have yet to agree to terms. Now, when we look at the career that he has had so far in Los Angeles, it's pretty clear that Tuli is someone that the Chargers want to make sure that they have with this organization for quite some time. He gets after the quarterback at a very efficient rate, someone who's fairly decent, I would say, in his run-stopping coverage. Not necessarily going to be the thing that he is best at, but clearly someone that is in the conversation for being one of the better pass rushers. Now, of course, because he was drafted in that second round for the Chargers, he is someone that doesn't end up having that fifth-year option, a.k.a. the Chargers are not going to be able to use a fifth-year extension on him. So you want to lock that guy up as quick as you possibly can. When we look at the highest-paid edge rushers per year, I don't know exactly where Tuli falls into this category because, to me, he's not going to be making Micah Parsons money or Aiden Hutchinson money, but is it that crazy to say that he could make Josh Hines-Allen's money, Brian Burns' money, Jalen Phillips' money, potentially? No, I don't think that that's that insane. So the Los Angeles Chargers are kind of in a position here where they really are going to have to work to make sure that they get this deal done. You don't want Tuli to end up going anywhere else. Find a way to get this extension done quickly. Does it happen this week during minicamp? No, probably not. But don't let it get to training camp either. Find a way to get the deal done now. If you're able to lock up your young edge rusher for quite some time, get him under contract now. I think it's just going to lead to an easier transition during training camp, and he's going to be healthy. You can look at this depth chart right here for the Chargers. You want Tuli under contract for a while because Bud Dupree, I'm telling you right now, he ain't here for long. Khalil Mack, good as that guy still is, he's also not here for long. So you don't want to be in a situation where two guys end up moving on for different reasons, different spots, and then it's just Akeem Mesidor. I'm very high on the young rookie, but I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's fair to not lock up Tuli and have your edge rushing duo set for the next couple of years. It just makes sense. It's the smart thing to do. Will Tuli sign a contract extension before training camp? Let me know down below in our comment section, yes or no. Very interested in your opinion there. My hope is that that answer will end up being yes. Next storyline that we're going to watch. What's the offense going to look like? It's completely revamped, new look offense under offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel. And when I look at our new offensive coordinator in Los Angeles, I just cannot wait to see all the bells and whistles that he has for this team. Mike McDaniel is someone who is always on the forefront of the National Football League's offensive minds. He is someone who is very good at adapting his offense to what defenses are doing. He's not someone that's strict or rigid. It's never, hey, use my system. It is, how can my system best develop and adjust and morph around my players and their skill set? You're going to see someone that uses a lot of tight ends next season. Now, A lot of 12 personnel has been kind of in the forefront for McDaniel. I certainly feel like 13 is something that's going to start getting used, especially as we see the success that the Los Angeles Rams had last year. And obviously the Chargers have the tight ends in the room to be able to do it. All three of your top three guys between Gadsden and Njoku and Kohler, they can all block. They can all catch the football. Now, some are better at certain things than others, but having those tight ends out there give you a multitude of different things that you can do. You can be multiple while at the same time not tipping, flipping, or giving away any of your plays. And that's a gigantic thing for this team in Los Angeles. You don't want to become rigid, and you certainly don't want to become predictable. When we look at the running back room, man, there's so many guys in that room that I really do think are going to have a good opportunity to pop off this next upcoming season. Obviously, if Keaton Mitchell can have an entire year where he's able to stay healthy, the sky is the limit right now. I'll tell you that. So if he's able to stay healthy for an entire year, watch out. Amarian Hampton, I really do think he's poised for a big breakout year. Very fun, fascinating player to watch. Now, Justin Herbert, obviously, McDaniel was brought in for him, and I cannot wait to see what he ends up doing with this team. Right now, you're just seeing him work through a lot of his footwork, a lot of the different things that he needs to do to make sure that he is right for this season. I'm telling you right now, man, Justin Herbert, he could go from a guy that we're talking about as a fringe tier 2 guy into a tier 1 guy all the way through. We have always known just how good he is, but I really do think in this offense and with new offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel, we are going to see a new, improved Justin Herbert that reaches heights that we all saw the potential in it. We've got more to discuss on today's show, but I need to let you know that today's show is also made possible by SeatGeek. When it's time to get out of the house, there's not many better options right now than a ball game. And with SeatGeek being MLB's official ticket marketplace, your tickets are fully guaranteed and instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. I thought it'd be fun over the weekend to go and take a look at what a Chargers ticket could cost on SeatGeek. I went in, looked at that opening week game against the Cardinals. Now, you know me, I'm looking for the best deal, so I went to those green dots over by the end zone. I want to see as many touchdowns as I possibly can see. Whether it's a Chargers game with a special lady friend or a co-Wetzel concert with the boys, SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. So look for the green dots. Green means good. Red means bad. And, of course, I have a code for you guys. You can use code CHAT10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with the promo code CHAT10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. I cannot wait to see this offense come out during the 2026 NFL year and absolutely ball out, man. They're a special crew, and they're going to do a lot of fun things for this squad. Last thing that I want to talk about during mandatory minicamp and things that we're going to be able to see because of all the media that will be there is what are we going to see from the defense in Los Angeles? It was such a key focal point last year with defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, and the fact that the Chargers lost him obviously is something that is going to hurt, but it was also something that was going to happen at some point. Now, we do get to see what new defensive coordinator Chris O'Leary is going to be able to bring. He is a Jesse Minter disciple, so he is someone who's had a lot of success in his career, and he's been able to have that success largely from the lessons that he learned from Minter, who learned lessons from Mike Macdonald, who, unless you're living under a rock, Macdonald just won a Super Bowl. He's going to be able to help transform this linebacker depth. You got some elder players on this crew. You also have some younger players on this crew that I really do think can grow into being stars. When you look at the secondary, it's a crew that at times can be a bit underrated. I mean, shoot, even here, we on the show have talked about a potential for this crew to have a new member via trade or other avenues. All I'll say is this. We're going to get our best opportunity to look at what this team can be and what this team is going to look like. And to me, that's so fun and that is so exciting. Mandatory minicamp starts today. Jim Harbaugh just got to the press conference as we are filming this video. Make sure that you come back tomorrow because you are fired up for this team in Los Angeles. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, You'll never miss any Chargers news ever again. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out with us. Can't wait to see you next time. And as always, bolt up.